Okay, it is 6:30, so I'll call to order the Board of Library Trustees for Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. Elizabeth, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And Mary Ann, would you call the roll?
Yes. Kulata, here. Beachman. Ford, here. Hubbard, here. Larson,
Here.
Russo.
Here.
Asano, here.
Thank you, Mary Ann. Number 4 on the agenda is comments from the audience. Is there anyone here who would like to talk to the board? Or anyone online? And email comments were none?
I have none.
Okay. And no one here would like to talk to the board? Okay. Then moving on, number 5. Would someone like to make a motion to amend or approve the agenda?
I motion to approve the agenda as stated.
Second.
Okay, motion by Elizabeth and second by Catherine. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the agenda is approved. Number 6 has 3 items on it. These were discussed at our COW meeting about 2 weeks ago. The items on it are the May 16th, 2023 regular board meeting minutes, the May 2023 expenditure list, and a resolution approving authorization of the library director to execute the Illinois OCLC Services Program renewal agreement for fiscal year 2024. Someone like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda or pull anything from the
I
consent
will make a
agenda?
motion to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mary Ann.
I'll second.
Second, Jenny. And any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the consent agenda is approved. Number 7 is financial reports for May 2023. And Joe, did you want to say anything about those?
Just that, yeah, I'm still learning this, and the other Joe is on vacation today. But it looks like when you go to year-to-date budget, we're, in good shape through all of the different accounts. And I believe that there's still, the anticipation of what will be the projected amount that could be transferred into special reserves next month.
Mm-hmm.
And that I don't see that will, be any lower than what was projected. So I don't really have any other comments about it, really.
Any questions or comments from the board about the budget? All right. Then moving on, number 8, the president's report. Just a couple items. Number 1, I'd like to welcome Josephine. We're glad that you're here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know you've been busy and even met the mayor today,
I
so
did.
you're official.
Yeah.
So
And you made it on time to the
Okay.
meeting.
How was the history lesson?
It was good, and I found out that he actually knew my father back in the 70s.
Oh.
She was kind of jokey when she said how was a history lesson, but you did get a history lesson.
I did, yes. Oh, I did. Yeah.
Where,
Yeah. No, and I got a signed copy of his book.
All right.
Oh, very excited.
It's all good. There'll be a test later.
Okay. I'm sure he'll test me next time. See?
he'll just remind you if you don't.
Right.
So, well, welcome. We're glad that
Thank
you're
you so
here,
much.
and this is an exciting time for the library. So, Joe and I and Lisa attended the TIF meeting today. That's an annual meeting. It's just an update. The last tax for TIF 1 will be collected in 2024, and I know that's on Joe's radar. That will bring additional funds to the library, so I'm sure we'll be talking more about that in the future. And then the last thing I have is the Library Leader Award. Nominations were due in April, and it will be awarded in September during Library Card Sign-Up Month. And Elizabeth is chair of the Outreach Committee. And so if you would try and schedule a meeting probably for July if you can.
Okay.
And Joe can work on getting it posted for you. And everyone can attend the meeting, but only the people on the committee can vote.
Okay, and the committee,
The
let's
committee,
just to make sure everyone's on the same page.
sure, the committee members are Mary Ann and Catherine, and you're the chair.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done with the president's report. Number 9, directors and librarians reports.
Well, as you can imagine, I have a short report since it's only my second week, but I just wanted to remind everyone that ALA conference is this weekend. Well, it starts this week into next week. Does it end Sunday?
Monday.
Monday. So if anyone, and if any of the board members are going to the ALA conference, just make sure that you keep track of any parking or mileage that you use or accrue to go to the conference. If you're going to see, just go to the exhibits or what have you, and we will reimburse you for that. We do have several staff who are going mostly to exhibits only. Are any going to sessions? A few are going to some sessions. So it'll be a busy week. My first week was over when I was writing this. It was a really great week. I mean, I can't tell you how supportive the management team has been, helping me acclimate, get to know where everything is, get organized. We've already had our first leadership team meeting. We're making a list, checking it twice, so we're in good shape, and we're working forward, and moving forward, and I'm really excited to be working with such a great team, so thank you for this opportunity. Let's see, personnel changes. So obviously I'm new. And George left. This is all in the last month. And we have some anniversaries. Astrid Brown in Adult Services just did 15 years this month. And Kiara Skinner has been here for a year in CERC, and Kristen Zampo, our promotional services manager, has just finished her first year. So congratulations to all of them. So next month, you will have your committee of the whole meeting on Thursday, July 6th at 6:30 p.m. And on Tuesday, July 18th is the regular board meeting, and at that meeting is when you approve the budget and appropriation ordinance that we are required to do. And you've already had the discussion, I believe, with the committee of the whole about the tentative B&A, and I understand there weren't any changes that were to be made, so you will be presented with the final version, which will, there'll be a hearing for 10 minutes at the beginning of the meeting for the public to come in if they want to ask any questions about the B&A. Assuming that all that, nothing happens with that, then you will go on to approve it later in the meeting. So that's, and then you can also approve a transfer of library funds to special reserves at that. And now I'm going to turn it over to Joanne and Stacy, who are going to give you some highlights from both youth services and adult services.
Well, welcome, Joe. We are happy to welcome Joe to Youth Services, and she jumped right in, and you probably read in her report that she made a little pipe in her banjo man. So she got right into the swing of what happens down in Youth Services on a daily basis. We are, as you well know, in the midst of summer reading club, so I'm sending around some pictures. I always bring show and tell, usually Joe, to the meetings. So those are of our kickoff on June 4th. I think it was June 4th, yeah. And it was a great day, magic and ice cream and face painting. And we really had a nice crowd, about 150 people here. And then other people came in throughout the day. So it was a great day. We have, this year, our Summer Reading Club registration is up more than 25%. over last year, so we are very thrilled about that. We're back over, we have over 1,200 people registered so far and working on reading. Now we just have to keep them reading. But I do have to say that I think a lot of that is we got back into the schools this year. Amanda Vanderworth and Amy Marks were able to make some school visits this year. I went to one of the schools as well, and I think that makes such a difference to be able to talk one-on-one to the children and get them excited. Catherine maybe remembers us coming from years back. And you know, just Amanda and Amy did a great job just getting kids excited and spinning the wheel. So many kids came in and just said, I'm here to spin the wheel. Weren't sure why they were spinning it, but they knew they had to spin it. So they were just really excited about that. So over 25% increase so far, and I'm sure that will continue to go up. And we already have children who have completed the first level, 15 days of reading. So they're coming in for prizes. So we hit it today. Oh, good, great. So they have plenty of time. So on BAT, if you have not registered yet, there's still plenty of time to register for Summer Reading Club. Programming has gotten into full swing as well, and we do have a lot of programs planned for the summer. So I'm going to ask the board to do a little promotion for us as well. I'm going to send some calendars around for June and July. Please feel free to take one or two of each. And if you have any neighbors with young children, or if you want to look at them themselves because you have grandchildren visiting this summer, please promote give them the information about our programs. We'd love to have more people at them. We have our best programs so far. Our highest attendance have been a lot of our drop-in events. So they were great. We had over 70 children making butterflies at Engston Park last Wednesday. And it was just such a cute little craft last week. And tomorrow we're going to Big Woods Park for bingo. And we had caboose story time last week. But there's a lot of great programs coming up, and I'm going to just do two promotions for two things. Spoon Man is here on Monday at 10:30. So if you are interested, please come. He's entertaining and does juggle a lot of spoons. Plus, for the first time, we are going to do a little talent show this year. This year's Summer Reading Club theme is Find Your Voice. So we thought, what a great way to have children an opportunity to share their talent with us. But the talent show isn't actually until July 27th, but we are asking for registrations by the end of June, so we can kind of plan things out to make sure we actually have enough people to do a talent show. So if anyone at home is interested, children families, sorry. Please take a look on the website because you do need to register for that in advance to it says audition. We're just trying to get a grip on what kind of talent we might have out there. So, but that is due by the end of the month. And we have very generous sponsors, and right today I kind of wanted to highlight one of our sponsors for Summer Reading Club, and that's the Library Foundation. This year, again, they were generous to support our 3 Red Cross babysitting workshops, and those are such great programs for middle school students 11 to 15 to learn some basic first aid, some child care skills, safety, emergency protocols, and we were able to offer 3 classes. All of them will be filled. We had one last week filled, the one next week filled, and then one beginning of July filled as well. We do a lottery drawing to make it as fair as we can, and to get students into the class so anybody can sign up, and then we put them into the lottery drawing. But it's really a great opportunity. They're really learning some great life skills, and it's all hands-on. It's a full day from 9:30 till 5 o'clock, so it's a pretty intensive program. But we are so fortunate that our foundation is willing to support that, and we're very happy that they could, and we could offer that class. I will be one of the people attending ALA on Sunday, so hope to come back with a lot of great ideas. So, thank you. Unless you have any questions?
I do.
Yes, okay.
One of my tutorlings is an ice skater. Can you make accommodations for her? for this match?
Well, I think we might have to talk to Kathy. How is that ice skating rink gonna go? Have we ever done that,
In
Kathy?
summer? No.
Maybe not this year, but we'll have to give it to her in winter library club instead.
We can put her on rollerblades.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
I'm gonna send these around. First thing I want to mention, it's the time of year that I do the annual per capita grant update. So I just want to highlight a couple of the purchases that we made this year with the per capita grant. And one is a new collection, which is called the Memory Care Collection. And it consists of books largely consisting of images that are intended for people with dementia and Alzheimer's and for their caregivers to use for discussion and prompts, and just there's some beautiful pictures. These are just 4 of the many books that we have in that collection. In the year ahead, we're looking forward to developing some memory care kits as well. That will be bags with multiple things in them that will be along these lines, but then with some other objects too. So stay tuned for that. We'll have news of that in the year ahead. One of the other items that I just want to shine a light on is the fact that we added digital magazines to Overdrive, which many of our patrons access through the Libby app on their devices, or log in through Overdrive on a computer. And this is hundreds of magazine titles that are available at the drop of a hat. They're available for simultaneous use. So if one of us has it checked out, the person next to you can have it checked out at the same time. And it doesn't count against your checkout limit, which is also a wonderful thing. There are many, many, many titles available, but some of the most popular titles are National Geographic, Prevention Magazine, Bon Appetit, The New Yorker, Kiplinger's Personal Finance, Us Weekly, New Science. So all kinds, or New Scientist, all kinds of things for every possible interest that are available there. So I encourage you to go in, take a look. If you have any questions about how to access those, or how to check them out, please give us a call at the reference desk, stop by. We're glad to provide assistance in accessing those. Same with the Memory Care Collection. That collection sits near the books about dementia and Alzheimer's. So it sits right there, kind of like point of purchase, where people are already browsing if they're interested in learning about those topics. Those books are right in that area of the collection. Summer reading clubs going on for adults and teens too. People are reading up a storm and coming in and picking up reading logs like nobody's business. And one other thing we're looking forward to, and there's so much in the report, I'm just going to highlight a few things coming up. The one thing I want to mention, Saturday, July 8th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., down in the Reading Garden, speed dating with books. If it rains, if it's miserable weather, we'll be in the Founders Room. But we hope people will stop by. This is in conjunction with the Windmill City Festival. And Laura and I will be talking books with whoever comes by. If you walk by us, you're gonna hear about books. So we're looking forward to that partnership again this year. Last year was enormous fun, and we're excited about it again this year. Any questions?
Thank you, Stacy and Joanne. Both your programs sound wonderful, and it's neat to hear the things that you're trying out. So really nice job. Before we get to upcoming meetings, are there any good news or comments from the board? Anything that you'd like to share?
I would love to compliment you on the agenda button
Oh.
on the PDF. Do you know how happy I was? It was like, bam, I could go right back to the agenda. Bam, bam, numbers, page numbers. Oh, thank you. It was it was so cool.
It's the little thing.
It's the little thing. That's
The
good
little
news.
things that make our lives so much easier.
Thank you.
Well, that's how I will do the board packets all the time. I will continue to have paper copies of them for those who, I everyone want a paper copy available?
I like the paper copy at the meeting.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to have my computer, but I love the PDF for, to review it ahead
Right.
of time.
Yeah,
So
okay.
is that, as long as it's not a huge hassle.
I'm similar to Jenny in that way, that I like to review them electronically beforehand, but I like having the paper
Yeah.
to take notes on at the meeting.
Okay. So I'll continue to do with the agenda button and all that other, the bells and whistles, and paper copies will be at the clerk desk. I did not have them in individual envelopes, I guess I didn't know that, but there was a stack of them, so just.
That's not necessary.
Okay.
No.
If there's anything that needs to be more confidential for whatever reason,
Yeah, you
I
can
can
keep all
put
of
it
them.
on. Yeah, but I can't imagine that would be the case, so.
Poodle skirts. Other comments from the board? Then number 10 is a list of our upcoming minutes. Number 11 is actually a caution that this was as long of an agenda that Joe could do with only 7 days on the job. The others will be longer. And number 11 is adjournment, so I'll make.
I have one quick comment about the upcoming meetings.
Mhm.
I am out of town for both of these in July, so I will
Okay.
not be here for.
Oh, thank you.
If there is anything that Joe McCain needs on the budget or anything,
Okay.
can you just let him know that I will be in town until the 4th of July? So if we want to talk sometime next week, if he has, I'm not expecting it, because like you said, we've already talked through everything.
Right.
But happy to chat.
Okay,
Right.
okay, thank you.
I will also be out of town for the COUNT meeting on the 6th.
Okay. Thank you. All right, then I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second, Christie. We don't need to discuss. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And we're adjourned.
All right.
Thank you very much.